All right, so at long last, we're pulling more Professor Byleths. I actually recorded the initial banner, and I got recorded sparking for my first copy, but the summons that we got on the way weren't that exciting, so decided not to use that. Maybe I'll throw in the highlights here, but we are going to pull for him on the Double Hero Rises Top 8 banner, which is just a better banner mostly for me, I guess. Actually, I mean, like, the color share was pretty good on his banner, but I ended up getting both of the other units, like, right away. This one is better for me, though, because I want Edelgard, I'd like Corrin, so I can, like, keep pulling and spark them as well. But, of course, the real star of the show is my dear Professor Byleth, and we are going to try and get as many copies as we can. He's the last character that will probably get added to Fae that I actually really want. I'm sure if Fae keeps going, who knows how long we've got left on that. Sure that we'll see like some other alts of Byleth that I might want to pick up, but Emblem Byleth was the last one that I really wanted. I was waiting for Emblem and Brave Byleth, and we got Brave Byleth already plus 10, so all that's left is Emblem Byleth. Let's bring home the Spectral Professor. Teach us, Emblem of the Academy. So yeah, we're just going to... This banner has multiple sparks, if I recall correctly. We're just going to pull all the blues, and then... Oh, come on! If that had been the Byleth right off the bat, we'd be at a much better starting point. We'd be at +1 already. Well, I mean, like, great first pull, just not the one I was hoping for. New Year's Baldur is cracked, so we'll take her, but I wish it had been Byleth. Yeah, the OC glaze. But yeah, I think you can do multiple sparks on this banner, so I'll get Byleth first, and then we'll keep going and try and get more Byleths, and spark the other emblems is the plan, I think. But I'm not going to do full wheels here, because I'm a boy on a mission, and that mission is to bring home the Professor. He's so cool, and I was really worried because I was pretty sure they were going to just make his emblem version infantry sword again with the Sword of the Creator. I'm so glad they did something different with him. I do wish, because he already had a blue tome, I wish they had done a different color, but... Oh, let's go! Okay, that was a very fast first copy for this session, so we'll happily take that. And he has plus attack. Let's go. Yeah, I do wish they had done something slightly different with his emblem version. I could have seen giving him like Lewin to reference when you first see him in the story. They could have done like a colorless tome. Honestly, colorless tome probably would have been less good than what he actually got, but just for variety's sake, you know. They could have done red tome, but since his Brave version already acts as a ranged unit when you use his style, it's not as important. But yeah, I'm really happy we at least got one copy right off the bat. Like, it wasn't the first pull like the Baldur was, but it was still really early. We're not even done with our tickets yet. Oh, let's go! Professor! Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Let's go. That's cracked, and this one's plus speed. Let's go. I don't even know what I'm doing. Perfect. There you go. So he is +2 already. He's making up for the really underwhelming first batch of pulls where we got 0 copies of him on the way to the Spark. The Escoffier ones were essentially Skirk without Escoffier. So I'm getting lucky for Byleth. I hope that's right. Oh, did I say tickets? I don't know why. I thought that I had tickets for this banner. We've gotten a lot of tickets lately. It's hard to keep track of where they've been going. I guess there weren't tickets on this one. I just completely hallucinated that. So we are guaranteed to hit at least +3 here because of the Spark. Also, I really love... I don't remember if I said it in the Summons Lost to Time, but I really like his art on this version. He looks so kind and gentle and understanding. He also kind of looks like a dog that like really wants what you're eating. He's gonna snatch the hot dog out of my hand, but you know what? That's fine. He can have it. What I'm saying is they really nailed his slight autistic stare. He's got it down, and I'm a big fan. He looks great. He looks so good. I don't know if I'm gonna do this as a full video or not, or maybe I'll edit it down into a full video, but it'll be highlights. I don't know if you've noticed. I think most of you guys probably have. I am stepping away a little bit more from spamming a bunch of gacha stuff on my main videos. It kind of took over the channel. I didn't originally mean for it to, and Faye kind of seems to be winding down. So I wanna work on other content that I enjoy, that makes me excited to make things. So I want to do more like scripted stuff, and I've made a few already. They're just really long and they take a lot longer to make, but they make me feel more satisfied when I upload them. So maybe this will be the last Faye video ever. No, probably not. I was thinking when Faye finally decides to pull the plug, maybe we do one last look at the barracks and see what all we amassed during the many sunk hours into this game. But, oh, another Balder. Okay. Not a bad pull, but really wish that was a Byleth. We are on, what, 6% base odds on this, so I guess it makes some sense that we're seeing the focus units pretty frequently. I was gonna say something and then I forgot again. At my ripe old age, my mind has become Swiss cheese and I can't remember things anymore. I'm sorry, Professor. I've forgotten your teachings. Ooh, what's my backup color? I think red is probably the best backup color, because extra Ryomas can still be pretty useful. And I'm not planning to spark for Ryoma, so... Well... There he is, the shiny lobster lord. This is my shiny Clawitzer. Because I didn't do a recording for it, I didn't get to yap about it, but I was kind of annoyed. Emblem Byleth, and he had the ability to attack at 3 range, and then, like, the next banner after that dropped Ryoma, who attacked at 2 range, and I was like, well, you kind of just... You let Byleth be the infantry sword in the main pool who does this long-range attack gimmick. You let him have it for, like, 1 banner, and then immediately added a new character that does the same thing. I mean, like, technically they don't do the exact same, because Ryoma's 2 range and Byleth's 3 range, and at certain times, one range is easier to work with than the other, so blah, 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 but, like, I was annoyed. But he is a great unit, so I might just take his stuff and put it on, like, regular Byleth. I don't know. Put it on my original Byleth, and then I can pretend I've got 2 Byleths or something. 2 Emblem, or Brave Byleths. I mean, he won't let base Byleth attack at range, but he will let him move extra spaces, so he doesn't have to fight for the Sigurd ring, which is nice. But yeah, we will take that as, like, basically a free unit. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Now it might actually be better to pull colorless for our extra copies, so that maybe I can luck into an Elise. Elise is great, and I would not have minded getting her for free. But, of course, I was on Team Byleth, but unfortunately, the voting gauntlet happened to line up directly with when I was moving. So I was, like, busy moving things and very tired, and I just kind of missed the gauntlet. I don't think my presence would have swayed things to giving Byleth the win, but I failed you, Professor. I'm sorry. But yeah, most of the characters that I really wanted in Faye have been added or are probably just not going to happen now that they're cutting things like seasonal units getting Tempest Trial ults and stuff. Like, let's be real. Aloysius' best odds of getting in was as a random Tempest Trial unit, and that's not gonna happen now. Like, who do I really want? I got Shura. So, like, I think the last characters I'd really want to see that aren't in some form now are, like, Aloysius and Hanneman. Oh, let's go! Byleth number 3. And this is before the first spark. This is, like, really making up for how bad the original pulls were. So I'm happy about that, at least. Can we get a double Byleth? Can we get 2 Byleths in one wheel? That's not Byleth. Ah, be gone, be gone. Oh my god, what if I did in Pocopia, what if I just remade Garreg Mach Monastery? That sounds like actual torture. But it'd be very funny. Someone should do that. Someone with more brain rot than me should do that. Oh, let's go! +4. Let's go. We're going for +10 today. We're gonna get +10 Emblem Byleth, and then I can uninstall this game. Half joking. Half joking. Oh yeah, I like how now that I've got a plus speed one, I'm not even checking their stats. I probably should check the stats just because part of why I always check the stats on the cool units I get is partly like it doesn't ultimately matter that much at this point in the game because stat creep has gotten so insane that like 4 stats in something doesn't really sway things that much. But part of why I look is it just kind of gives me a second to admire the character a little bit more. But now I'm just like full in on let's bring home +10 Byleth. This has been quite a journey with my dear professor. He was introduced partway into Faye's life, and now here we are pulling for my 6th +10 version of him. You know what? Actually, I could get this one on a steep discount since I pulled 4. So I'll go ahead and finish the wheel here, try and get an Elise. That's not Elise. I never got to have a +10 Brave unit like on like release, and my only +10 Brave units are Lucina and Dimitri, I think. Although Ike is close. Brave Ike is also close. Not that he's relevant anymore, but yeah, I think that's something I mentioned in the Byleth pulls that were lost to time. I accidentally, from random off pulls and tickets, my Arena Weekly tickets, I have gotten Brave Lucina to +10. Her kit is terrible. Like, she's still using, like, Drive Attack because I don't know what else to put on her, but I did get her to +10, which is a cool side thing to happen. And I do like Lucina. She's not my absolute favorite character, but Awakening was my first game, so, you know, I do have that fondness for it. Oh, let's go! We got the legendary Elise as well. Awesome. Incredible. That makes me feel better about the fact I'm probably not going to be able to spark her, so I got her. What do I pull back up now? Do I go back to red? I think I go back to red because I want green for Edelgard, but I can spark her. But extra copies of Ryoma are like just inherently useful. And I think that's more useful to me than extra Ikes. Speaking of Brave Ike, rerunning the Brave units as duos is like really funny. I wasn't like totally against it. I thought it was very funny that they decided to do that. But I thought the timing of it was really weird. Like, if they had done that for the anniversary, I'd have been like, yo, cool, that makes sense, sick. Awesome idea for the anniversary. But as a random banner in the middle of November, I was very confused. I was like, what the heck is happening? What are we doing, Faye? And then they didn't even, I thought, okay, so I guess, like, this will be, like, a yearly or maybe, like, bi-yearly thing. And then, like, 3 months later, they drop the second batch of Brave Heroes. And I'm like, oh, no. This is truly a sign that EOS is on the horizon, is it not? which means that we might actually, before EOS, if they speedrun this, we might, before EOS, get to see Brave Byleth duo, but he'll be the backpack of the duo, so I inherently don't care that much. My original hope for Byleth this year was for him to win with Sigurd. If it had been Sigurd duo with Byleth as the backpack, I probably would have pulled, because I like Sigurd, he's cool. I still haven't ever played Genealogy, but I'm just like, yeah, Sigurd's cool. I mean, aside from when he's galloping across the entire map and punching me in the face in Aether raids, that's not cool, but other than that, Sigurd's a pretty cool character. So here's our sparked copy of Byleth. Bring him home. Yeah, the muscle guys aren't really my type of character. Let's go, Professor Byleth again. We're making a whole jewelry store with all these emblems. So next we're gonna spark for Edelgard, and again we'll just keep pulling, try and get Byleth on the way. Maybe we'll pull an off-focus Corrin or something, who knows. But if we don't have plus 10 Byleth by the time we go for the third spark, then we'll go for Corrin. Because I do want all of the emblems. Oh my god, Green City. Also, I can't believe I've only used like 200 orbs and I'm at plus 4, which is kind of crazy. Very, very fortunate here. Longku. No thank you, Longku. It is still so wild that Longku was like one of the most popular male characters going into the game's launch, and then he didn't get anything until like last year. Over the last year, he got his like first alt in the game. It's actually crazy. All right, can we get another one? I need to get a few more on the way to the next spark. Come on. The well can't run dry yet. It's okay though. I haven't actually spent that many orbs. Again, it's kind of wild how few I've spent for how many copies I've gotten. Other characters I'd like to get plus 10 after Emblem Byleth. I still want to finish my Rearmed Dedue, and he's missing 2 copies. And then I'd love to get more copies of Fallen Male Alir. One thing is, with Byleth's Emblem Ring, I keep forgetting that it technically counts as a dance skill. And I'll have it, like, equipped on someone. And I'll try and enter, like, a limited battle or something. And it'll be like, no dance skills allowed. And I'm, like, sitting here, like, confused. I'm like, what do you mean? And then I look in my emblems, and I'm like, oh, right. Byleth technically counts as a dance skill. I'm still forever mad that you can't get Dancer Byleth in 3 houses. It would have been so cool. And it's the only way to get, I think, Sword Avoid, or one of the sword skills. I was making a gimmick build where I stacked all the sword-related skills on Byleth at the same time. And one of the skills is locked to Dancer, so you can't get it. I'm very upset about it. For narrative reasons, they didn't want you to make Byleth the dancer because they're supposed to teach the students it. But it would have been cool to have it as a New Game Plus option to have Byleth enter it themselves. And speaking of, here is our dance instructor. Thank you, Professor Byleth. Teach me to tango, please. This one's also plus speed. Let's go. So in about 300 orbs, we've gotten 5 copies, I want to say. So we're doing well. Ooh, a Medius, let's go. I actually am working on plus 10 Medius on the side. Kind of surprised that's the first copy I've gotten, but I will happily take a merge for him as well. I like Medius. He reminds me of, every time I see him, my brain just starts playing Rage Beneath the Mountains from Genshin. Ajdaha, my beloved. Poor Medius. Here he is again. So I will happily take Medius's. I'd also like some Grima's. He's also in the blue pool, but we haven't seen him yet either. Look at our counter. 6-7. It's 6-7. And here is pull number 69. Nice. I can't speak on that. Oh, let's go, Emblem Corrin. Okay. Very good. Very good. So that's +1 emblem for me. Plus res minus speed. I think she needs her speed. I can't remember, though. I don't remember what her stats normally look like. The original character that I was super associated with. So I made a Corrin video, and I was like the only person making Fae content that liked male Corrin at the time, I guess. And so everyone just associated me with male Corrin. And even back then, male Corrin was not my favorite character. My favorite character was female Morgan. But everyone just associated me with Corrin because I was the only person who cared about him. Like, back then, male Corrin was like number 5 on my list of characters I like. He was below Morgan, Selkie, Xander, and Camilla. So it's very funny that of all the characters I could end up associated with, it was him. And then Byleth dropped and he immediately blew past all of them. I knew from frame 1 that Byleth was like my character. I was like, this character was made for me. Literally the very first trailer for Three Houses, they showed male Byleth, and I was like, oh my god, I love this character design. And then I ended up relating to him a lot in the actual game and everything. And that just reinforced that he was a character designed for me. So the second batch on the way to the Spark, a bit more disappointing. We got a lot less good pulls in general, but also just less Byleths, unfortunately. But we will get our Edelgard off of it, so it's still going to be good. Would have liked that original pace to continue a little bit more, but... And nothing from this batch. That's okay, we're getting our Edelgard guaranteed. Who do we spark after this, though? I wanted to spark Corrin, but I don't need her now. But here we go, Emblem Edelgard. And that's the funny thing, like, they dropped Edelgard, and I was like, oh, okay, they dropped Edelgard, so no way they do the other Three Houses emblem right afterwards. So then I was, like, extra blindsided by Byleth, because they dropped him right after Edelgard and right after his Brave version. So I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a while on Emblem Byleth, and then, oops, here he is. On to Spark number 3. No blues this time, unfortunately. But yeah, so I do want to wind down with the Fae content, and I have been moving it over to like shorts and stuff because a lot of the pulls haven't been that exciting anyway. Haven't had a whole lot to talk about in between the 5 stars that we get. But I might also go through and clean up my channel and like unlist some of the older videos that were just kind of like not that exciting. I will at the very least leave the entire like Byleth saga up on the channel. Regardless of whatever I do, those ones will be fully public and everything because that's my guy. I love Professor Byleth. 2 wheels in a row with no blue is unfortunate. Get out of here, Kent. Go back to Stardew Valley. This was the war. This was the war that Kent was drafted into. Yeah, the lucky Byleth pulls dried up afterwards, unfortunately. We were only blessed on the way to the Spark, and then after that, they just disappeared. That's okay. Everyone looks back on their past self and cringes a little, right? So it's okay for Lawrence to be a little cringe and then have character development. We support that. We are all constantly in a state of growing, and that's something that Professor Byleth represents. Ever striving to move forward, Professor Byleth walks hand in hand with us all, drawing out our potential, nurturing our best qualities, and pruning off the ones that we don't need. That is what our dear professor means to me. Love you, Professor Byleth, you're so cool! He is emblematic, haha, emblem joke, of the ideal self. I strive to be at least a little like Professor Byleth. Which is maybe a little too philosophical, I guess, for a haha funny gambling video, you know? Oh, there's our first Grima. There we go. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum from supportive Professor Byleth, we have Grima over here, encouraging the worst impulses, the base desires of man to bring destruction to themselves and others around them. Funny guy, though. And he was also the 100th hero for this summoning session, which is just kind of funny. Yeah, we're getting really unlucky on the back half of these merges. We were really lucky at the start, and now they're just not showing up. We're at 9.5%. I didn't even look. Oh, I missed 104. Oh no, rally luck for the next pull. Use the luck of 104. That's not what I meant to use it on. Oops. 107 Tachyon Dragon was Baldur instead. Oh, Levitine. Another Grima. Okay, that's not bad. It'd be way too much work. I've got like 30 plus 10s at this point. It's like, it's too much. Melody, get out of here. Speaking of characters I pulled too many times, I pulled her a lot of times. If I recall correctly, she has the instant lunch, yeah. I always remember her weapon just because I jokingly called it the instant lunch. And so now every time I see her, I'm like, oh yeah, it's instant lunch. Who are we sparking? I said we were gonna spark Corrin. There we go, Corrin number 2. And we do have more pulls that we can do, because I will never be free of the gotcha torment. What do I even say at this point? I've been yapping for an hour about Byleth and nonsense. Luck is like a pendulum. It balances itself out in the end. We got those early Byleths. Now we're getting Wheels with no blues and High Pity. And then when we got the High Pity, it was Baldur instead. So I would prefer my Byleth, please. I'll take another Grima. I'll take Grima number 3 at least. Like that entire last spark, we pulled 0 copies. There we go. There's a +6. +6 Professor. Can I get double? No. Okay. All right. We are now finally under 1,000 orbs. So we spent over 600 orbs on this. And that's okay. I don't have anything else I'm actively saving these orbs for. These were Byleth's orbs to begin with, so being under 600 is not a big deal. Oh, hey, it's Corrin. Sweet. +2 Corrin, right? That one looks a little weird, but it's okay. Oh, there we go. The full wheel of blue. I can't believe we didn't see this earlier. Oh, there we go. +7. We had 6, now we've got 7, and he's also plus speed, so let's go, Professor Byleth. Oh, you know what? The luck dried up after I made the dumb 6-7 joke. Professor Byleth probably put me in timeout for the brain rot. That's probably what happened. Professor Byleth is like, okay, you need detention. Stop that. Very funny. Oh, let's go, number 8. See, detention's over. We're back on track. Okay. Another Baldur. Okay. Not who we're looking for. I'm gonna have an accidental, like, +4 Baldur, but that's fine. If that was a Emblem Byleth, we'd be at +9, which would be super cracked. If 2 of the Baldurs, just 2 of them, just literally half of our Baldurs had been Byleths instead, we'd be done. But actually, the fact that we got this many Byleths versus how many Baldurs we could have had is, like, actually still really good, so I can't complain. All right, who do I take for my last spark? I guess I'm gonna take... I think Ryoma is probably the better option, but I'll take Freya just for variety's sake. Because I don't have her. She's the last unit on the banner that I don't have, so I'll take her. And their art is cute. Like, look at... Eater is dressed up as an angel. Look at her. She's got the little wings. She's got a little halo made of flowers. Very cute. So, like, you know, we got to get that angel representation, right? But funny enough, we haven't spent even 1,000 orbs yet. We've spent about 800 orbs, I think. So we're in really good shape still. We've been, like, very lucky overall. We had that big stretch where we got no Byleths, but, like, objectively speaking, we've been very fortunate. Thus is my dedication to my dear professor. %9.5%. This is insane. Actually insane. And come home, please. I'll take a Medius. He is good. %10. Crazy. 10%. Oh my god. Actually insane. Another Medius. All right. I might be close to +10 on him at this point in time and drop in and say hello. That already makes me super happy. Medius is not Papa Garen. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Finally broke the pity. Over 10% for one Byleth. There he is. And now we just need one more copy. Come on. Dang. But imagine if we got the double Byleth in the that wheel. All right, let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we scroll up here. Wait. Is that it? Did we actually finish and I didn't even realize because one of my Byleths auto-sorted to the top because I changed its color? Did I accidentally just pull like 2 extra units that I didn't need? Oh my god, we actually have 11 Byleths and I didn't realize. There we go, we're done. I miscounted. I'm glad I double checked. We got really lucky with the Baldurs because we easily could have had like 20 Baldurs and no Byleths. So yeah, we easily could have ended up with the things flipped and ended up with like 10 Baldurs and only like 4 Byleths. So we got very lucky here, but I'm very happy. I shall be your trustworthy partner. I will not disappoint. Oh, I have faith in you, Professor Byleth. You've never led me astray. +10 Emblem Byleth. Here he is. Even at level 1, his stats are... And I'm very happy. We finally got him +10. Thank you for supporting him in A Hero Rises so that I could do this. And it was about 1,000 orbs, actually. I don't remember our starting number, but it was about 1660, I think. So around 1,000 orbs for him for 10 copies. So very lucky. Very, very lucky that the chips landed so that we ended up with more Byleths than Baldurs. And even then, we still got a lot of Baldurs. We got 4 of her and 1 of every other unit on the banner except Ike, who we got for free from the voting gauntlet. So we ended up with everyone. So there we go. Thank you guys for watching and joining me on not just this, but all the other Byleth adventures. And I'm so happy that we got our dear professor once again. My partner, now and forever, across any world, Emblem Byleth will forever walk with me, and I'm so happy about that. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.